Hello everybody, welcome back, and today we have something kind of special. Yeah, we have a heavy box. No, I have to kind of lift my camera here. It's not even all in this box. I have some of it on the desk next to me because they want to all fit in here. It is a bunch of old PC games for the most part that I just received from a friend who recently moved. So I have got to see like the cases and stuff for these. But some of them are going to be complete, some are not. And we might even find some weird random crap in some of these like really old games. So I'm just going to start grabbing things off of this pile. There were some loose things that there's a box for it, I threw it in the box already, so I have seen a few things myself. And I have, like I said, I've seen the boxes for these, but I haven't opened most of them. Starting off here with, of course, this has to be a part of most people's collection on Steam, but now I have it physically. It is super dusty. Half-Life 2. I just hope that the actual game is in here. PC Gamer, the best game ever made. I don't know about that. Alright, so... Ooh, this is actually kinda... These are gonna be pretty beat up. I mean, they're old as hell. So inside we do have Half-Life 2 Disc 2, Half-Life 2 Disc 3, and Disc 5. How many discs are there that we... Is there more than one in any of these? Okay, there's another one here. Let me look into these. So yeah, that is straight up disc 4. So we have disc 4. Disc 3... I'm seeing if there's more than one in each sleeve, possibly. And so far, no. There's disc 5. But without disc 1, we'd be kind of screwed, wouldn't we? There's disc 2... There's disc 1. Okay, they were kind of like double sleeved up, like the sleeves were like connected to each other. Oh, and there's actually like the code that's not going to serve any use to anybody anymore, but cool. There we go. Just got them all re-sleeved. So yeah, this is another nice little thing to add to the collection. I mean, to be honest, if I'm going to play it, I'm probably just going to play it through Steam. I'm assuming that there's usually a manual or something that comes with this, but there is nothing else in the box. So I'm guessing that this isn't a complete copy. So, for a non-complete copy, I will be putting the price up on screen now. And it does have, like, the opening front. I didn't notice that at first. Nothing will ever be the same, Game Informer. I like how, like, they... Like, you know, game companies still do this. They put, like, ratings for the game, like, quotes from reviewers on the case. They should have left this alone. Like, this artwork is really cool. They didn't need that on there. But, okay. This is definitely a nice little thing to add. Next up, what you guys have kind of already seen, is that Igi Strike 2, I'm guessing? Igi 2 Covert Strike. Neat. So, yep, this, like a lot of PC games, does have an open cover as well. Ultimate Stealth Gun Action. If Flashpoint is every great war movie, Igi is Bond. I mean, I've never heard of it. It looks like a Bond ripoff. Okay, I do like this. You guys probably can't see it that well. Yeah, you can. It's like embossed, like there's actual like texture to like the backing of the cardboard on here. So that's kind of neat. But let's see what's actually inside. This, I think, might actually be complete. So, okay. So this is like telling you like things about your UI and stuff like that. That's really neat, instead of just being all in one manual. Yeah, it's surveillance guide, and then stealth equals survival. It's like how to do different stealth and how the stealth mechanics work. That's neat. When an Area 51, the ultimate gaming machine, plays best on Alienware. That is an old-ass Alienware computer, but I really want that keyboard and mouse, that, like, blinding, like, lime green. Holy god. When was this? When was the date on this? This expired on 5/31/2003. So, little old. This is actually back when Alienware wasn't owned by, I think it's Dell that owns them now, and they actually had pretty good reputation back then, if you guys didn't know that. Now they're kind of crap. I would know. I have an Alienware laptop. I don't use it, but I have it. Okay, so here's the actual manual. So cool. It's, you know, the cheaper way of doing manuals with no color, but at least it is like, you know, it's like, you know, black and gray instead of being white backgrounds, so that's neat. So then we have Codemaster's Genius at Play. What is this? Oh, just like an advertisements for other games they have. World War II, Prisoners of War, Indie League Racing, Colin McRae Rally 3, Operation Flashpoint. I actually have heard of that. I've heard of Operation Flashpoint. And I've heard of Pro Race Driver. I always thought that was like some crappy like off-brand, but basing on the fact that this is literally just like rip-off 007, it probably is. And of course, this actually has a nice case to it. So the case is actually in really good condition, I'll give it that. And inside, do we have... It says that there's 2 discs, and yes, we have them both. There's disc 1, there's disc 2. Based on the rest of this, yeah, those don't really have any kind of scratches or anything. So this one's actually in a really good condition. If you're wondering like how you're going to play games like this, like older PC games, like this one I might actually be interested in trying out just to compare it to the 007 games. You can run a virtual console on your computer to basically emulate an older version of Windows, and then try to manually install the drivers. It can take some time, I'll say that. Or you can get your hands on a old gaming PC. The issue is, that can be kind of expensive and a little hard to do. So, at the time, well, it's not as expensive as getting like a new modern gaming computer, but it can still be a little pricey. And even then, like, not all games are going to work on them, but it's something I do plan on doing in the future. At the very least, I can try these out, possibly with one of my virtual machines. This is probably going to be a long video, by the way. But next is First to Fight, which looks like a pretty standard military. Yeah, the real-life combat experiences of the proud few. Created with the help of more than 40 active-duty United States military Marines, fresh from combat in the Middle East. It's actually kind of neat. So, what do we have in here? So that's everything. So we have the manual, a little scuffed up and crap like that, but again, these are old as hell, and it's not people take care of PC games as well as they do the other games back in the day. Then again, we're talking like SNES and crap, so... Okay. I do like that. That, like, folding open display. So disc 1 is the play disc. Disc 2 and disc 3 are probably just steps for installation, if you guys don't know how that kind of thing usually works. I don't know, it's kind of neat. This feels like it's a very, like, professionally done, like, military shooter. Like, not trying to go, like, the Call of Duty route, or, like, you know, the CSGO route of, you know, making it as badass as possible. Like, yeah, I definitely sense some of that. How else are you gonna sell it to people? But that's not bad. At Best Buy, this was $40. How much, when was this game released? It's actually from 2005. It also requires 256 megabytes of RAM. So, sorry, I don't think I'll be able to run this game. Okay, here we go. So, here we have the confusing cover for Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, which was also $50 at Best Buy. And, again, it has an opening. Ooh. That Velcro has not been undone in years. Neat. I was never a huge fan of the Splinter Cell games, I'll say that now. It's not that I don't think that they were good, it's that I sucked at them. Like, I don't know. Okay, this is straight up a Genesis style case. I love this. Okay. So, let's see here. Ooh, that could be a bad sign. Does this say anything about, like, disc 1, disc 2? It doesn't. It says Windows 2000 XP only. I still feel like we're going to be missing a disc, because you can see how large that is. That is meant to hold down more than one game, like more than one disc. So we're definitely not going to mark this thing as a complete inbox. But again, I'll have the price on screen. So download the greatest games on your mobile phone. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. The flip phone mobile app. Maybe like Gameloft. They've been around for a long time, man. Oh, these are other flip phone games. Oh my god. Prince of Persia, Warrior Within, Might and Magic, and Asphalt, who still makes mobile racing games. I gotta say, I never did gaming on flip phones. I don't know anybody personally who has done flip phone gaming, but that actually sounds like something that would be a fun thing to try in current year. Okay, now I have opened this, and there was one thing that I found hilarious. So this is Everquest 2, which I don't think the servers are online anymore. I'm pretty sure there's an Everquest 3 now. I know that the series still exists, but I don't think this one still does. Oh, the front opens twice! Look at that! That's a nice little front cover. And it looks like the back also opens, but only one time, so that's not as fun. But this thing is heavy as hell. I think it is the heaviest thing out of anything from this box. So, let me show you guys why this is so heavy. When you open this up, you are graded to like a fancy like wooden carrier, because like normally these like cardboard things are made out of just cardboard with no paint on them, so I really do like this like look here. And the first thing you get is the manual, which is in fucking like fantastic condition. Again, it's just like the black and white thing. This is why it's so heavy. So inside here, we do have a map, which is kind of cool. I don't think it's the entire world map. I think it's like, yeah, this is like an island city thing. And that looks like, I don't know, like a port city. So it's not like it's the entire MMO, which is what this game was slash is, but it's part of it. This is the part that makes it heavy. These are all of the discs required to play the game. Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3, Disc 4, they're all looping around. Disc 5, Disc 6, 7, 8, 9... Wait, that was 8. This is 9, and that is 10. There are 10 install discs. Holy God! I remember like playing like Final Fantasy 13 back when it first released, and like, you know, I played it on the Xbox 360, and so it actually requires 3 discs to play it on the Xbox 360. Ironically, one of those discs ended up getting damaged whenever a friend borrowed it, so that was great. But he did eventually find a replacement disc for it. But if you had it on PlayStation, it only required 1 disc, because PlayStation used Blu-ray. And I thought, you know, that kind of sucks, I have to change discs. It wasn't that big of a deal. But 10! God, I'm kind of happy that I didn't, you know, really get that into PC gaming until, you know, the more modern age, where we're not dealing with buying 10 discs. What I do wish we had more of was, you know, actual physical release copies. Next up is Far Cry, and ironically, I actually have a Far Cry thing for PC. It's actually the first 3 games. I think it's the first 3. It might have been for the first 4. They're in like a disc collection. If I knew where they were, I would grab them. But this is also $40, and this is just the first Far Cry. This is like the original release of it on PC back in 2004, and I never did play this one. I do love the really old like E3 logos up here. That makes me happy. But let's tear into it and see what kind of condition we have. Okay, so there... Oh, maybe. No, okay. So this is just like an advertisement. Like, it's better if you have NVIDIA with their old NVIDIA like logo. But we don't have any kind of manual or anything, so that's a downside. In this case, it's cracked. It's missing the front cover. But this is the Play Installed Disc 1, Installed Disc 2 and 3, and usually, yep, 4 and 5. So once again, we have 5 discs just to play the original Far Cry. I do love that they're all color-coded differently, though. That one has a scratch on the front. I'm afraid to see the back. Oh, man. Hey, look, you guys can kind of see my camera. Like, look at that. There's, like, dirt and crap there, but aside from that, there are a lot of wrinkles on this. Like, a lot of scratches on it, not wrinkles. Yeah, that's not good. I don't think this is going to be functional at all. I mean, maybe it could. Maybe it would run, but I have my doubts. Alright, like I said, this is a giant box, so probably going to be a pretty long video. So this is Age of Empires 2, and if you can't tell by how the sounds it's making, how easily it's being thrown around, yeah, there's nothing in here. Which really sucks, because Age of Empires 2 is actually what introduced me to the series, and while I don't play it a whole lot these days, I actually did first play it on PC at a friend's house. His dad was super into it, and so was he. And so, it was my first time ever playing it, and it was actually a lot of fun. We did a campaign where, my friend who shall remain nameless, because I don't talk to him anymore, and yada yada, But he was on one PC, I was on another, and we were on the same team against his dad, who was amazing at the game and kicked our asses. But that kind of is what got my addiction for that game going for a year or two. Anyways, we have Battlefield 2, which is straight up just the hard case. There's no shell on the outside. Not sure if that's how it's normally sold. A lot of paperwork. Of course, we have the manual with this black and white text. We have another Alienware advertisement. Looks like the exact same computer. It looks exactly the same, but now it's white. I have to say, while the green is very fitting for its time in like 2003, 2004, the white just looks better. Yeah, it's another win in Area 51, which is great. What is this? There's a lot of crap in here. Chosen by games, loved by gamers. Oh my! I have this card. I have one of the Sound Blaster cards. If you guys don't know, I do a lot of tech work, and I don't have all my components anymore. I sold a lot of them. I still have this. It's not the exact same model, but it's almost identical. Like, I don't have that port there. I mean, it's old as hell, but literally Battlefield 2 is recommending this card. I have this card. Holy shit. You know, I'm gonna go try and find it. Let's look at the rest of these first. Because I'm pretty sure I still have that one. This is an NVIDIA advertisement. Get the full Battlefront 2 experience. So, yeah, Battlefield, I said Battlefront. I always get the two names confused now. That's just like a keyboard that is made for it. It's really weird. Like, these keys are all kinds of mixed up. These keys are pretty normal. That's pretty much your regular keys right here. They do have, like, decals on the keyboard itself. You have your FN keys still, a bunch of shortcuts. And then what the hell is this supposed to be? You have your up and down arrows, you have a command buttons, jump / parachute. I want this keyboard. Oh, I want that keyboard, holy god, okay. And then, it's just like a blank piece of paper with a, I can't remember what they're called, they're like the things that prevent people from stealing them. And then let's look at the disc and/or discs. It also has a long stem, so maybe that was a normal thing back in the day. But there is disc 1. No, there isn't a disc 1. No! There's a disc 2 and a disc 3. Oh man, they're relatively clean. A little bit of fingerprint marks, but that's not a problem. Oh, that makes me mad that there's no disc 1, because disc 1 is the, play disc. But I will be back. I'm telling you guys, I have this card. I really hope I didn't lose it. Or sell it, because I did sell a lot of that crap, because I don't really do that anymore. Okay, so I was unable to find the exact card, but I did find another one of the old, like, Radeon Sound Blasters from, like, the same era. You can see it's a lot smaller. It's not as, wide as this card, but it's really close. I know I had a wider one. I had another one of these Sound Blasters. I wasn't going to go through all my parts to try and dig it up, but either I threw it away, sold it, or it's somewhere in my parts. But yeah, I do actually have a card from that era, so that's kind of neat. Now moving on to Battlefield 2. This is actually a DLC. Back when you could hold DLC in your hands. Isn't that great? Look at you, EA. You were striving to make people pay for more crap for their games well back in the day. But yeah, it looks to be just the standard DLC for Battlefield, nothing super crazy. There's another manual, black and white, the same Alienware ad. This is actually a Logitech ad. Okay, that's kind of weird because Alienware was also, like in the mouse game there. So it's weird to see Alienware and Logitech both advertising, keyboards and mice. What the hell is that keyboard? Logitech G15 gaming keyboard. Graphical LED with backlighting, backlit characters on all keycaps, 18 macro keys all there along the side. Good god. And another NVIDIA ad, essentially. And of course, for the discs themselves, let's see if we actually have all of the discs. So yes, there is disc 1 for Special Forces. Disc 2. Okay, so I'm assuming that's all of them. So we can assume this one's complete in box. I was hoping to find the disc 1 for Battlefield 2, not the DLC in here, but nope. apparently, we're dismissing that. Now we have Soldier of Fortune Gold Edition 2, or Soldier of Fortune 2 Gold Edition, or Soldier of Fortune Gold 2 Edition. This was $20 game. It looks very Counter-Strikey, I'll say that. Very Counter-Strikey with dual wielding, apparently. I don't think it's a thing in Counter-Strike. I don't know, I don't play it. It does have a demolition game type. I'm guessing that's pretty close to what they did. Okay. I've never heard of this before. I mean, it looks... Is this not like the fucking Source engine? Like, holy god. And it is an Activision game. So let's tear into this. Not actually... Oh, they opened it from the bottom? What kind of person breaks the seal on the bottom and not the seal on the top? Okay, so there's no manual or anything unless it was lost in the box. No, so we just have the game disc. The case does have a crack in it. But it is complete. It has all the artwork, which is nice. And then if we open it up... Yeah, so there's the manual. Okay, so that is disc 2, right there on the front, which it looks very much like a DVD, honestly. Then, this is one of those stupid cases that, like... How does this one work? Yeah, it folds out that way. There's, like, the number that you need to play it, and then disc 1. Cool. Okay, so we have Battlefield Vietnam, which is just straight up just a regular case. And I love that it has the Medal of Honor Pacific Assault ad on the back of it. Like, they advertise for another game on the back cover of one of their games. That is so crappy. But we have, okay, so we have disc 1 and disc 2, so we have both of those. You go back here, we have disc 3, so was there supposed to be a disc 4 that we're missing? Or is it only 3 discs and they just had to use one of these cases? That's what I'm hoping. I also love these cases that have the artwork behind the disc, and this disc is, like the disc 1, is fucking immaculate, so... That's great. Alright, so we're maybe halfway done, but I have a stack of like the smaller things. So we have a game I've never heard of in this crappy little paper case. I will be putting it in a hard case. Not scratched up. It's kind of dirty, but not scratched up. It is Hexplore? I don't know what this is. If I can find gameplay of this, I'll put it on screen. And the only game to not have a case is the one game I would say doesn't deserve one. Call of Duty 2. I know, I just pissed off a bunch of people. I'm not a Call of Duty fan, alright? I have no use for this, but it doesn't have a case. I promise you I will give it one. Maybe not. That is scratched to fucking back. Maybe it won't get a case. Maybe it will get a trash can, though. Okay, so we have Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3D. This case is a little scratched up, but no cracks or anything. I actually do believe I played Rogue Squadron back in the day. I could be completely wrong. And I guess I will not be playing it today. My phone keeps going off, and it is driving me insane. But we do have the case, the manual, we have, you know, all of that. Just no game. Next up is something I'm excited for, despite the fact that the case is beat to fuck. Yeah, these are deep cracks, but yes, we have the first Fallout game, which is like the original release. I love that, like, you know, like, text all the way there towards the back. Man, made for Microsoft Windows 95. I gotta say, like, this is being, like, cracked and dirty is almost just more fitting. But, yes, we actually have the game. Of course, there's the manual in there. It is really dirty, like, it's getting on my fingers. But I believe it was only one disc. It doesn't say anything about a disc 2 or anything. And it's a little dirty. There's some dirt. But aside from that, it is super clean. Like, I can clean it off. It'll work perfectly fine with no scratches. 1997. I think it's one of the oldest ones we have in here. So, yeah, this definitely makes me happy, even if I don't really... if I've never really played the old Fallout games. Then we have Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy. It does have the back artwork, but it doesn't have the manual and front cover. Ooh. Okay, no, our disc thing isn't broken. It just wasn't attached. Okay. So there is disc 1. And yes, we do have disc 2, so this is almost complete. We're just missing the manual / front cover, but cool. Alright guys, tell you what, to stop this video from being, like an hour long, I think we're going to go ahead and call it quits there. So there is all of the games that we have gone through so far, and we have a fair amount to go. So if you guys enjoyed this and you want to see the others, there are some nice ones in here. There's one I'm kind of excited about. Then give the video a like, and especially subscribe down below, because it will allow you to, more easily come back and see the second episode, which will be the next video that I post. So if you want to turn on the bell to let you know whenever it releases, and feel free to untick the bell whenever it does. But I really hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.